Good evening. So last class we have seen about Weierstrass product theorem and we have proved that, correct? So what this says, whenever we have some entire function with an's or zeros of that, which is diverging, then such function will looks like this: e power g of z into z power m, the product n from 1 to infinity, 1 minus z by an into e power z by an plus 1 by 2 plus and so on up to 1 by mn z by a to the power mn. Okay, this we have. So this is some representation for any entire function which is having zeros as that an's. Okay, so we have told that how to find this mn, and what about this g of z? These two, we didn't told anything about these two, g of z and mn. Correct? Means we have told what is that, but we don't know how to find this explicitly. So by some examples we will do this. We will find this. Okay. So there is some applications for this Weierstrass product theorem. You will see that applications of Weierstrass product theorem. That's what we are going to see. Okay. The first thing is there is a definition for this Mn. That is, let it be, I call it as h. Okay. So let h be the smallest positive integer smallest non-negative integer. It can be 0 also. Smallest non-negative integer such that. So what definition we are given for this Mn? Mn such that this product converges. Correct. There we had some terms was there. What is that? 1 by Mn plus 1 into summation 1 by summation r by mod an to the power mn plus 1. Correct? So summation should be okay. So this mn we have to find such that this happens. Correct? For this product. Okay. So here same thing. That is the smallest positive integer such that this converges. That is summation 1 by h r by mod an to the power h plus 1 converges. Okay, so whenever this converges, smallest integer, smallest positive integer corresponding to, this means corresponding to some product, correct? So corresponding to the product, such product. Okay, product n from 1 to infinity, 1 minus z by an e power z by an plus 1 by 2 z by an whole square plus and so on up to 1 by h z by an to the power h. Here e power g z power m all are there. Okay, corresponding to this product. See, whenever you have this product, there will be there exists a smallest positive integer h such that this series converges. If that happens, then h is called as genus of the product. Genus of this above product. Okay, genus of the product. Why it is called so? Because this is the main this plays the main role of telling the product convergence there. Okay, so that's why this is called as genus of the product. Moreover, this type of product is called as canonical product. Okay, so any such entire function we will be writing like this, correct? So such representation is called as canonical product representation of entire functions. Okay, so then the definition this is canonical product. Such product is called as canonical product, which we are getting from this Weierstrass product there. Okay, canonical product, and there will be genus of this canonical product, that is a h, is the smallest positive integer such that this series converges. Okay, now this h is genus of this product alone, correct? But there is something called g also here. So if you combine the g with this h, then we can speak about genus of the original function f itself. We will call this as function f, correct? This whole thing. So genus of f is nothing but maximum of degree of G and genus of the product. Okay, and this H is finite if G is a polynomial. Okay, this is important point. This H is finite. It can be finite or infinite. Okay, mostly it will be finite. So whenever it is finite, this G will be a polynomial there. Okay, so you can see that if you get H as finite number, then that G will be polynomial there. Either zero polynomial or some other polynomial of degree, some degree. Okay, so if such there, then we can find the genus of this whole function. Okay, now we are just finding genus of this product alone. Okay, so genus of this whole function, that entire function, genus of that entire function, that means what? Genus of that entire function means when that will converge. Okay, so that's what we are doing. Genus of f is either of this h and degree of g. So this genus of the product is h or degree of g. Okay, so this is genus of f. So two things are there. One is genus of f and genus of the product. Okay, the canonical product. Okay, so we will see with the examples there. Example, consider the product C into product n from 1 to infinity 1 minus 1 by an such that summation 1 by n converges. Okay, summation 1 by n converges. So this is the product, some condition is given. Okay, now how to find the genus of this product? Okay, genus of the what is the genus of the product and what is the genus of the function? Okay, so genus of the product means whenever this is there, whenever we have this product, under some condition this product will be converging. So under which condition? Under this converges, this condition, this product is converging. Okay, this modulus. Okay, under this condition, this product is converging. So this is, from this we can get the genus of the product. So how to get that? Genus means it should be of this form. Correct. How to get that form here? Write that form. Summation 1 by 0 plus 1 into R is 1 here. Okay, R is 1. R is what? R is just radius of convergence here. Okay, so there is nothing to deal with that here because here 1, no z is there. Okay, so 1 by n to the power 0 plus 1. Okay, so what is h? H is 0 here. Okay, and here e power 0 is there, correct? So g is also 0. So degree of g is 0. So genus of the product is 0 and genus of the function is f, means genus of f is maximum among these two. That is both are 0. So this will be also 0. Okay, genus of this product is also 0. Second, same thing. If suppose in same thing, C product n from 1 to infinity 1 minus 1 by an such that summation 1 by an converges. If this is there, with E is there. Then what about this? What is H here? H will be anyway 0 because same thing. H is getting by this condition. So H will be 0. What is genus of F? What is genus of F here? Maximum among 1 and 0. Correct? Why it is 1 here? Because sorry. 1 we can't put. Here it is Z. If it is E also, either it is E or E power 0, whatever it may be, this will be 0 only. Okay. So if there is E power Z, then this will be 1 here. So in this case, genus of F is 1 here. Okay. And now if suppose square is there here. e power z square is there here means, then how this product will look, this series will look like summation 1 by 2 into 2 1 by an to the power 1 plus 1. Shall I write like this? Modulus of this. So this is nothing but 1 plus 1. Okay, so h is 1 here. So in this case, this will be 1. Anyway, this genus will be 1, and here h will be 1 here. Okay, so you have to be able to find the genus of the function and genus of the canonical product whenever the product is given there. Clear? So this is the one example for this definition there. Okay, this is one application of this Weierstrass product theorem. Okay, so from Weierstrass product theorem, we can able to find the genus of the function. Okay, fine. So next applications we will see some illustration. Illustrations for this Weierstrass product theorem. That means what? Whenever some function is given, we have to able to find the canonical product. This whole product we have to able to find whenever that function is given. Okay, so we will do some basic functions. With that, whatever the higher function is given here, from this we can get that. Okay, so we will do with sin z, sin pi z. Okay, so I have to find the canonical product of this. Okay, find the product for this function. Okay, so how to find that? You see the Weierstrass product theorem and compare this. Weierstrass product theorem, what we need? Function is there means we need infinite number of zeros. If there is infinite number of zeros, that should converge, that should go to infinity, that is there. And here an's are the zeros of that function, correct? So here also we have to find zeros of this function. So what are the zeros of this? Z is 0 will be there, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, and so on. So or Z belongs to all the integers. Okay, so integers are zeros of sin pi z. Correct? All the integers are zeros of sin pi z. Correct? So that we have got. So we have got that only one zero is there. That will be only finite number of zeros. So z power m will be z itself, and e power g will be there. So how to write the sin pi z now? Sin pi z we can write it as 1 0 is there. So this will be z will be there, z power 1. E power g of z will be there. G we have to find there. Okay. Then the product n from 1 to infinity. Here this will be there. 1 minus 1 minute. 1 minus 1 by n. N from not 1 to infinity, minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, and z will be there. Function of z here. Okay, so 1 minus z by n, n from minus infinity to plus infinity, n is not equal to 0 because n equal to 0 means it won't be there. Okay, fine. So we have got the representation for this. Now we have to simplify this. Okay, find the value of g. That's all. Nothing else will be there. See, if you find the value of g, then we will get, if something is there such like that, we will get among this. If no such thing is there, we can leave it as it is. Okay. So find that g. How to find this? So we have to simplify this and find the value of g. So major simplifying is here. First thing is we have to remove the product. Okay, remove the product and make this equation to some suitable one. So we can, if you change it as series, it will be easy to do. Okay. So if you have to change product from series, what you have to do? Product to a series, apply the log on both sides. Okay. So log of the product is series of the log. Series of the log. So log of some product of something is equal to series of log of that thing. Okay. So by this we can do that. Okay. So apply log on both sides. Log sin pi z is equal to log of this whole thing, that is log of this plus log of this, summation of log of this things. Okay. So this will be g of z, log of e power g of z is g of z plus log z into summation n from minus infinity to infinity, n not equal to 0, log 1 minus z by clear. This is there. Now remove the log. You have to remove the log again. Okay. So what you have to do? Just differentiate. If you differentiate, log will be removed over there. This is sorry, plus here. Plus will be there. If you remove that, if you differentiate, log will be removed from that. Okay, we'll see. So differentiate this. Differentiate on both sides. We will get 1 by sine pi z into pi cos pi z. Correct. This is equal to g dash of z plus 1 by z plus summation minus infinity to infinity n not equal to 0, 1 by 1 minus z by n into minus 1 by n. Okay, which is equal to g dash of z plus 1 by z plus summation minus infinity to infinity n not equal to 0. This will be, n will be cancelled and we can write as 1 by z minus n. Okay, sometimes sorry, here one term is missing here. See here, ans we have to mention here, e power z by ans. So here, each of order 1 only, correct? Each of the zeros are of order 1. So here, all the integers are there, that is e power z by n should be there. An means that is zeros, so z by an it will be. Okay, so that means this will be repeated as many times as your order of the zeros. Okay, so here order is 1, so it will be e power z by n itself. Okay, fine. E power z by n 1 minus z by n into this. So here this is there means here plus z by n will be there plus 1 by n plus 1 by n. Now this thing is, this thing we have proved somewhere else before. In same infinite product section, before we have proved something. This is nothing but pi cot pi z. Right? Series representation for pi cot pi z, not series representation, partial fractions. Okay, in partial fractions we have proved this. Pi cot pi z is summation minus 1 by z plus summation n equal to 0 is will be here, n from 0 minus infinity to infinity 1 by z minus n plus 1 by n. This is pi cot pi z, and left hand side we will get pi cot pi z. Okay, so here also we will get pi cot pi z. So these two will be cancelled out and we will be getting g dash of z is 0. So derivative is 0 means this will be a constant. So this g is constant now. Okay, but we have to find what is that constant. Okay, so sine pi z is e power c z, the product minus infinity to infinity 1 minus z by n into e power z by n. Okay, so we have to find what is that z here. Okay, so for that use the limits. We know something about this, correct? Sin z by z or sin az by az. So if you put multiply and divide by pi, can you tell something with this? Sin z by z as z goes to 0, limit will be 1. So here, as z goes to 0, sin pi z by pi z is 1 here. So limit z goes to 0, pi times sin pi z by pi z. This limit is 1 is equal to e power c into this limit will be what? Each of this limit. 1 minus 1 by n. As n goes to infinity, this will be 0. As n goes to infinity, this will be 0. Correct? So this will be 1. This whole thing will be 1. And we will be getting left hand side is pi. So e power c is pi. So your signs, your representation will be so finally we have got that sin pi z is e power c into this e power c is pi. So pi z into the product n from 1 to infinity 1 minus z by n e power z by n. Plus. Clear? So this is the representation for sin pi z. Okay. Sorry. Minus infinity to infinity n not equal to 0. This we can simplify further. Okay. So how to simplify this? Pi z, we can write this as product or limit, apply limit here. Limit k goes to infinity, product n from 1 to k, minus k to k, okay, minus k to k where k is not equal to 0. 1 minus z by k into e power z by k. Okay. Now take the positive terms, negative terms separately. So this will be sin pi z into limit k goes to infinity. This product at k equal to 0 anyway, this is not there, so we can remove that. Okay, so this will be k n from 1 to k. Positive it will be as it is. So 1 minus z by k into e power z by k. And another thing is minus k to minus 1. So that we can write as 1 to k with change of minus here. So this will be 1 plus z by k into e power minus z by k. Correct. So this can be combined with same product. Pi z into limit n goes to k goes to infinity, product n from 1 to infinity, 1 minus z by k into 1 plus z by k. So that means 1 minus z by k the whole square, e power z by k, e power minus z by k, that will be 1. So this will be there. Alright, which is nothing but pi z into the product n from 1 to infinity 1 minus z square by n square. So this is the final representation for sin pi z. Okay. So we have found for sin pi z. Sin pi z is pi z into product n from 1 to infinity 1 minus z square by n square. So we will use this everywhere. Now since you know sin pi z, whichever trigonometric functions having sin z in that, we can find all the functions using this. Okay, find the canonical product of all such functions using this. Similarly, find for cos pi z. Okay, find for cos pi z. Just in that previous thing, we have found genus as H, isn't it? H is genus of the product, and genus of F will be that maximum among those two. Correct. This is for products. If only there are another examples are there where only functions are there. E power z, e power z square, and some polynomial p of z, a naught plus a1 z plus and so on up to z power n. Okay. For this functions and all, this is also function, entire function, correct? These all are entire functions, but there is no product representation for this. There is no product here, correct? Only e power z is there, see? And here also e power 0, here nothing is there. Okay? So the thing is, product is not there. When product is not there, there is no genus, this genus. Okay? This won't be there. Only you can find genus of F, which is nothing but what? Maximum among H. H is not at all there. So that is not maximum. This is genus of F is equal to degree of G directly. Okay, directly we can find the degree of G. So here what is degree of G? 0. E power 0, function itself is 0. So here genus is 0. Here e power G of Z. So G of Z is there, Z square. So here genus is 2 because G has order degree 2. Here genus is 1. Okay. So this is the way we will find the genus when product is not there. Okay. When product representation is not there, directly we can compare and find this. Okay. So this I missed there, so I have told. So we will go back to that. Okay. Come to this. So here we have found sin pi z. Similarly, we can find cos pi z. So what is the relation between sin pi z and cos pi z? That is sin 2 pi z is 2 sin pi z cos pi z. Correct? Apply here. We know sin pi z is sin pi z. So sin 2 pi z is in place of z replaced by 2z. Okay. Before this, I can find for hyperbolic also. Correct. So replacing z by 2z, instead of that, replace see, sin pi z is there. That is pi z into the product n from 1 to infinity 1 minus z square by n square z. Correct. In this, replace z by iz. Which transformation is this? For getting the hyperbolic function. Correct. For getting hyperbolic function in trigonometric functions, what you have to do? We have to replace z by iz and we have to simplify this. Okay. So replace z by iz, this will be sin pi iz, which is pi into iz, product n from 1 to infinity, 1 minus iz the whole square by n square. So left hand side will be I sin hyperbolic pi z, which is I pi z, product n from 1 to infinity, 1 plus z square by n square. So I will be cancelled out. So sin hyperbolic pi z is pi z into, so same thing with minus will be there here plus will be there. Okay. So sin hyperbolic pi z is pi z into the product n from 1 to infinity 1 plus z square by n square. Okay. Now we can find the cos for cos. Do the same thing. In this, instead of replacing z by iz, replace z by 2z. Okay. Then we will get the left hand side. Left hand side will be, so LHS will be 2 pi z. 2 pi z is equal to the product, 2 pi z into product n from 1 to infinity 1 minus 4z square by n square equal to left right hand side. So RHS is there here. So 2 pi z product n from 1 to infinity. Here simply pi z. So this will be 1 minus z square by n square into cos pi z. So we have to find cos pi z. So left all things we have to come make it bring it inside this side there. Okay. So we can simplify this so that we can do something with cancel something there. So anyway, this will be cancelled out. Here, what we can do is product n from 1 to infinity. 1 minus, I can write this with n. Okay. So put this product as 4z square by 2n the whole square into 1 minus 4z square by 2n minus 1 the whole square. What is this? This is for every n, so I am writing separately for even and odd. Okay. So if I write for even, what I am getting? 2n the whole square is 4n square. That is 4 will be cancelled out. What is this? Product 1 minus z square by n square itself. That is the thing which we have in the right hand side. 1 minus z square by n square. So this 2 will be cancelled out. And so cos pi z is 1 minus 4, product n from 1 to infinity, 1 minus 4z square by 2n minus 1 the whole square. So cos pi z is no pi z or no there, directly n from 1 to infinity, 1 minus 4z square by 2n minus 1 the whole square. Okay, this is for cos pi z. Similarly, cos hyperbolic pi z also you can find. So there what we will get, cos pi I z is cos hyperbolic z. So no I will be there. Right hand side I will be, here one I will be there, I square minus 1. So cos hyperbolic pi z is simply n from 1 to infinity, same 1 plus 4z square by 2n minus 1 whole square. Okay, cos hyperbolic pi z. Similarly, you can find tan pi z. So essentially you know these two, simplify that and find tan and other things. Okay, that will be easy. Next, cos sure e power z. So we have to find for e power z. Similarly, e power z. We know that e power I z is cos z plus I sin z. Correct. Use this and find. So we know that e power I z minus e power minus I z by 2y is sin z. Correct. This is expression for sin z. Okay, sin z. Here take this e power I z. Then this will be 2y sin z. 2y sin z. E power I minus I z take outside. Then this will be e power minus I z minus 1 is equal to 2y sin z. Clear? Then this will be e power minus I z is equal to e power 2y e power I z sin z plus 1. Okay, this plus 1. Okay. So e power minus I z is 1 plus 2y e power I z sin z. Okay, this we have. In this we need e power z, correct? So e power z means z should be replaced by minus I z. Then this will be minus I z minus I into minus I z, correct? So minus plus, sorry, something is missing here. I have to take I take e power replace it by I z. E power I z minus e power minus I z is 2I sin z. Here take e power minus I z outside. Here I can write this as this will be 1 and so multiply and divide by e power minus I z. E power I z, e power this will be taken out. So this will be e power I z, e power I z. E power 2I. Then okay. So e power minus I z if you take outside, e power 2I z minus 1 equal to 2I sin z. Then e power 2I z is 1 plus 2I e power I z sin z. Okay. So we have to find the expression for e power z. So here you have to do something. Z should be replaced by minus I z by 2. Z2 should be cancelled. So if you put, you see, 2I minus I z by 2. This will be there. So this will be e power z equal to 1 plus 2I e power I into minus I z by 2. So this will be minus and that will be cancelled. So this will be e power z by 2 into sine minus I z by 2. Correct. So sine of minus I is 1 plus 2I. Sine of minus I will be minus sine I. Minus I sine minus sine I z by 2. That will be sine hyperbolic. Okay. So this will be minus 1 will be outside. E power z by 2. This will be sine I z by 2. So sine I z by 2 is I sine hyperbolic z by 2. So I into I minus 1 will be gone. So this will be 1 plus 2 e power z by 2 and sine hyperbolic z. We know that sine hyperbolic pi z is this. So pi is not there. So in the divided by z, pi should be there. Okay. So this will be z into, so that pi will be cancelled. So z into product n from 1 to infinity 1 plus z square by this 2 is there here. Okay. So divided by 2 will be there. 4 pi square, pi is not there here. Okay, not there here. So divided by pi square divided by n square as it is here. So this is the expression for e power z. Okay. So e power z is what? E power z is 1 plus 2 e power 2z e power z into the product n from 1 to infinity 1 plus z square by 4 pi square n square. So this is the expression for e power z. Okay. Next, using this product theorem, using Weierstrass product, prove that summation 1 by n square is pi square by 6. This series value we have found in many ways. Okay, so here by using product also you can find the value of this series. Okay, so use the sin z, sin pi z. Sin pi z is that pi z into some product n from 1 to infinity 1 minus x square by n square. Use this. So what we need is, we need summation 1 by n square, correct? Summation 1 by n square. In this whole thing, RHS coefficient of z cube you take. Coefficient of z cube. So what will be that? First term will be n equal to 1. That will be 1 by 1 square for z cube. So this will be z cube. Okay, 1 by n square. Second term it will be 1 by 2 square. Then this will be 3 square plus and so on. So this is the and pi will be there. Minus pi will be there. So minus pi into this will be the coefficient of z cube in the right hand side. Left hand side, sin pi z. Sin pi z is what? Pi z, z minus z cube by 3 factorial and so on. So here z cube coefficient of z cube is minus pi cube by 3 factorial. That is minus pi cube by 6. So equate these two. So this implies minus pi cube by 3 factorial, which is, this is what? Minus pi into summation 1 by n square. That is what this is. So this is equal to minus pi into summation 1 by n square. So this will be cancelled out, which implies summation 1 by n square is pi square by 6. Clear? So like this, whatever the series is there, if you have such kind of series, you can find the value of those series. Okay? So this is one application of that. And next is Wallis product. There is something called Wallis product. So prove this product. Okay, this product is nothing but finding the value of 2 by pi. Okay, use the sin pi z and find the value of 2 by pi. Okay, find the value of 2 by pi. How to get that? From this left hand side I have to get 2 by pi. Right hand side it will be altered as it is. Okay, left hand side I have to get 2 by pi. So what I can do? In place of this sin pi z we should be having 1, correct? Then we should substitute for z something so that this will be altered there. But this should be 1, it should not be 0. So z we can't put it as 1. Okay, if you put z equal to 1 by 2, this will be sin pi by 2, sin pi by 2 is 1. And here also 1 by 2 will be there, that 2 will be come here. So 2 by pi we will get something there. Correct. So in sin pi z, put z equal to 1 by 2. And that will be what? Sin pi by 2 is equal to pi by 2. Sin pi by 2 is pi by 2. Product n from 1 to infinity 1 minus, so z equal to 1 by 2, that is 1 by 4n square. So which is equal, which implies sin pi by 2 is 1, so this will be 2 by pi is equal to some product n from 1 to infinity 1 minus 1 by 4n square. So this is the Wallis product. Okay, Wallis product. So in question will be given like prove the Wallis product. Prove that 2 by pi equal to this. Okay. So since we know already, I have written like this directly from this. So in question it will be given like prove the Wallis product 2 by pi equal to this. So write this also here. 2 by pi is your Wallis product. 2 by pi is product n from 1 to infinity. 1 minus 1 by 4n square. Okay. Next, there is some identity here, which is we have to find square root of pi by 2. Find square root of pi by 2 from this. Okay. So that is what? We know 2 by pi, but I have to find pi by 2 and take square root of that. Correct? Pi by 2 and take the square root of that. So let's take the reciprocal of this. First find pi by 2 alone. Then later we can do that. Okay. Pi by 2 is what? 1 by the product n from 1 to infinity. 1 minus 1